Can I have everybody's attention, please? I know you're eating, but please, if you could, give me a couple of minutes of your time, and we're going to get this venue started. Please. All right. My name is Tim Fournier. I'm the acting president of the United Spinal Cord Association of Connecticut. I and all of the members of the Spinal Cord want to thank you very much for coming this evening. I think everybody has a seat. This is the most packed house we've had in 10 years. So one of the things I also want to talk about as well real quick, because it will be introduced more if you look on the front of your programs. This is our 10th anniversary of the Spinal Cord Gala. It is also the 40th anniversary of the Spinal Cord Injury Association. So before we had the gala, Hartford Hospital used to do the golf tournament for us. And in doing the golf tournament for us with Hartford Hospital, Fox 61 used to have Brad Fields help us out. He used to be our MC for 10 years while we had that golf tournament. Now that we've had the gala, we've been at 10 years with Tim Lammers. So I really want to thank, on behalf of both of them and the Spinal Cord, I want to thank Fox 61 News. And on saying that, I want to introduce to you our MC tonight, Tim Lammers.
Tim Fournier, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Thank you. How are we all doing? He's not kidding. This is the most packed house we've ever had. Give yourselves a round of applause. This is great. Yeah, we have a lot of milestones that we're celebrating here tonight. First and foremost, thank you once again for inviting not just me, but my wife, Carrie, back now. This has been, thank you, that's Carrie right there taking the video. Yeah, over 10 years. I think we've been here for most of it. This is the event that I've been lucky enough to have been invited back to the most. Guys haven't gotten sick of me yet. And I get a free meal out of it too. This is wonderful. So yeah, congratulations on 10 years on the gala. Congratulations on 40 years of good work that the association has done. We're getting to the point now where we're at 2 full generations of people being helped free of charge. And that's because of all of the people out there who volunteer their time, who volunteer their expertise, all of you out there who volunteer your money as well. And I know there's so many of you out there, too many to name. I just want to take the time, though, to thank our sponsors for making this a big part of the night. We have 4 bronze sponsors. Please thank the Hospital for Special Care. Boy, great people. Where are you tonight? Where's the hospital? I've done a lot of good stories with them, health stories. Also, Mount Sinai Rehabilitation Hospital, a bronze sponsor over there. I see Paige McCall. I've done some stories with her. Good to see you, Paige. The good folks at Pride Mobility are also a bronze sponsor. Where are you guys at Pride? There we go. Thank you. And a big thank you to our last bronze sponsor, Dr. Matthew Raymond. Thank you. We have 3 silver sponsors also that we'd like to thank. New Britain Medical and Cure, the silver sponsor. Thank you. Over there. And thank you to another silver sponsor, the Hanger Clinic. Good folks from the Hanger Clinic. I like it. You gotta make yourselves known. And Connecticut Medical Marijuana Dispensaries. They have been a supporter for a while. There we are. See, that's how you make yourselves known. That's how you do it. And our gold sponsors, Gaylord Hospital. Thank you. Woo! All the good folks, including Tim Fournier, John Kwan at Advanced Wheels. They've got a couple of tables. Thank you. A personal thank you to Tito's Handmade Vodka, the Cranberry Mules, doing the side. And last but certainly not least, the Hartford Hospital Rehabilitation Network. That's great. Thank you. Yeah, so for all of you who aren't a part of an organization, just bought individual tickets, thank you for that. Those of you who have just donated your time and your money wherever you can, on behalf of the chapter, thank you from the bottom of their hearts. You guys are what makes this possible. And there's a lot that your time and your money is making possible. I know we're going to talk a lot about the quality of life grants. We'll get to a little bit more on that later, but the association helps with support groups, peer assistance programs. The chapter is also helping to get people access to helpful technology, like functional electrical stimulation too. Just a bunch of wonderful things, all through the work of volunteers coming together. And it's not just to help, but it's also to coordinate too, to make sure that everybody in an organization like this is pushing in the same direction. And yeah, there are a lot of different directions that need to be pushed, but that's what makes this as a chapter, as a whole, a lot greater than the sum of its parts. I think in the business world, they call it a force multiplier, and that's what this chapter does. Now, what we'd like to do going forward is extend the chapter's reach in the future, not just by the money that we're raising tonight, but also by multiplying the number of people who can help in the future. And that's where maybe all of you can help. Yeah, even if you don't win any of the silent auction items, don't make any more donations tonight. Here's one very simple thing you can do. On all of your tables are pamphlets. This is what they look like right here. I don't know if you can see in the back. They're kind of orange. Just take a second to take a look at these pamphlets. And if you can, take them with you when you leave tonight. Take them with you. Because what this has is it has a lot more information about what the association does. It has information about how you can become a member. If you haven't joined already, please consider joining. But then take these, and if you can, go and distribute them throughout your communities and throughout your networks. It's simple. It's not much, but word of mouth, while it's free, is also priceless. And the more people we can get to be aware of this chapter, the more people that can help. So thank you in advance. Take these pamphlets with you when you go. Okay, so as for the volunteers, I've been so happy to work with them over the last 5, 6, I don't even know how many years we've been coming to this gala, but just great people I keep coming back to see. Tim is one of them. Give him another round of applause. He's been working and volunteering in the SCIA community for years. Also over the past year, very gallantly stepped in to the president's role, and he has been so generous. Whenever I call with a question, he takes the time to respond quickly, and I know that man is scrambling, because I'm always calling with 3 days to go before the gala, and he's going nuts trying to get everything just right. And by the way, looks like it's just right. You did great.
That's Debbie.
I would also like to thank Diana Pernagati for her help. She's been with the chapter now almost 20 years. And I know a lot of you know her because of her work in the SCI community at Gaylord Hospital. But I'm going to bring her up now just to tell all of you a little bit more about the Spinal Cord Injury Association of Connecticut and what it does to support its members. So please welcome Diana.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tim. That was lovely. So nice to see all of you here. Welcome to the gala. Thank you for coming. The reason that you're hearing from me tonight is that the speaker that we usually hope to have here, Mr. Steve End, is yet again busy with his curling program. Steve Ent is a member of our chapter, and he is in Scotland right now, working towards the championships, so hoping to qualify for the next Paralympics. We do wish him all the luck, him and his team. The last that I knew, they were doing well. They were in the qualifying rounds, and they were doing well. But one of the things that touched my heart when Steve recognized the dates and knew he could not come here for this gala again this year, he said to Timmy, "What can I do?" And Timmy responded, I think echoing what is in everyone's hearts at the chapter, "You can win." That's what we're hoping for him. So maybe next year, if things turn out, we will have Steve Ent here. Thank you. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of what our chapter does with the funds that we earn here. 40 years ago, we had a very dedicated group of people, albeit a much smaller group than what we have here tonight. It was only 5 people that got together and decided to have a Connecticut spinal cord injury.
It helps provide a motorized option to a manual chair, and we use that when we're out and about in the city, or if we're going anywhere that's going to require a lot of pushing and things like that. So I chose to be a little proactive with myself and avoid the problems that a lot of us in chairs go through, whether it be with your elbows or your shoulders or your wrists or anything like that. So I'm deeply appreciative to be able to avoid those problems by using the grant money to be proactive. So thank you.
Yes, thank you. Once again, thank you. Thank you. I'd like to take a second now and thank some of the people who pre-bought grants before tonight even happened. First of all, Tim and Laura Fournier, thank you so much for what you've done. Thank you to Mark Carminucci. I don't know where you are, Mark, out there, but you pre-bought a grant. Thank you. Oh, there, Mark. Yes, that's right. I met you last year. We didn't see you there. Hey, Mark. The good folks again at Advanced Wheels, they pre-bought a grant. Thank you to the Glastonbury Elks Lodge, number 2202. They pre-bought a grant. Braun Ability pre-bought a grant, so thank you. And Chris and Caroline Connors pre-bought a grant, so please thank them. And last but not least, Dr. Mani Sitarama. I believe he pre-buys a grant every year. He's over the top. And thank you to Dr. Sitarama. So if you'd like to help the Quality of Life Grant Program, of course, doing the silent auction helps. We're going to have a live auction in a second, but you may also notice distributed among the pamphlets there on your tables is some play money of different denominations. We're trying to make it as simple as we can for you to make a donation tonight if you want. All you have to do is just take that denomination, whatever one you want to find, bring it right up to the table at the end of the night and we can process your donation. Of course, it doesn't have to be for that denomination. Feel free to give whatever you like. Again, this is $250 to $500 at a time. We're helping people live their lives a little bit better, so a little bit goes a long, long way. Okay, as for the live auction, I am happy to have a consummate professional here tonight. He's going to help us raise some money. Stop laughing. I'm also going to be his yup man out there, so I'm going to be his eyes, his second set of eyes. I think he's got pretty good eyes, but I'm going to help him out there. So when it's your time to bid, raise your hand nice and high so I can see it. I am happy to have with me right now a graduate of the St. James School in Manchester, Mr. Tom Riley. Give him a round of applause. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Big round of applause for Tim.